to another session at NextGen 25. I am Ayushi, your host for today, and today we are diving into how AI powered analytics and smart data management are transforming the infrastructure inspection. Think about it. Critical infrastructure like bridges, power lines, pipelines require constant monitoring, but with traditional inspection methods are slow, expensive, and prone to human error. Enter autonomous drones and AI powered analytics, which are redefining how we collect, process, and act on inspection data. But wait, before we begin, I have a few housekeeping tips for all of you to help you make the most of this session and make it a seamless experience for all of us. First, if you have any questions, drop them in the Q&A box anytime. We'll address them towards the end of the section. Second, engage with us, share your thoughts in the chat box and let us know what industry you work in and where are you tuning in from. And last but not the least, join the conversation on social media. Use the hashtag Nation and post it on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and let us know how you feel about the session. And with that, also a massive thank you to all our sponsors for Nation 25 who have helped us to make this even possible bigger. Your support has been a key element in helping make this nation bigger and better every year. With that, I would like to introduce the speaker for the day. Today, we have with us Danny Feller, the VP of Sales at Scopito, a company at the forefront of intelligent inspection of data management. Danny will walk us through how advanced analytics, AI powered automation, and cloud based solutions are helping enterprises automate inspections, improve decision making, and reduce operational risk. Welcome, Danny, on board. Let's get started.
Thank you very much, Ayushi. And I would like to start by thank you very much to FlightBase and Ayushi for the last 3-4 weeks of communications here. It's great job you're doing and awesome event. Thank you very much.
Perfect, Danny. So we have a lot of things in store for us. So over to you, Danny.
Cool. So just to go through the agenda, so we are all online. We are going to go through a little bit on the how Scopito started, where are we today, where we see the future. Scopito is not great at doing presentations. We prefer live stuff. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to give some live demo and our take on how the workflow of inspection is done, a little bit about AI, and then we have a couple of pre-recorded videos from a couple of our partners in crime, I may say. We are going to watch that and eventually leave some time for a Q&A. Is that cool?
Perfect. That sounds great.
Awesome. So just a few words about how we started. Scopito started a little over 10 years ago as a project spin-off by Ken Falk, today CEO of Scopito. Ken started the company with the idea of creating basically the world's best drone for inspecting power lines. The company quickly evolved into doing a project for EnergyNet, the power line transmission company in Denmark. And very early in the process, we realized that there is a problem in handling the data, viewing the data. Back in the day, we gave them a SD card with 5,000 images. Not a lot in today's terms, but back then it was quite a lot. They put that SD card in their computer and then basically went to drink coffee because it took minutes and minutes just loading those 5,000 images. Not talking about each time you wanted to go to the next image, you had to wait a few seconds. Time 5,000, that took a whole day just reviewing images. So we really quickly realized that the problem is not necessarily with the hardware of flying the drones, and we believe that that's where great companies with world footprint will be able to just take over. And we wanted to focus more into the software, into the data management. The turn of what it happened was that Scopito the platform itself, our cloud-based platform, was an internal tool for us to deliver and share data with our clients. We were fortunate that a year or two later after our start, the largest land surveying company in Denmark came to us and basically acquired all of the hardware part of Scopedo, which made it very clear to us that we had the capital to run with our ideas of the cloud-based platform. So fast forward to today, we are close to 10 people. We operate all over the world. I'm going to share my screen soon and show you roughly where we have people using Scopedo. And as I promised, we are going to talk a little bit about the future. So our idea inside Scopedo internally is that we wanted to make sure that at the end of time, when everything is, of course, in when all the stars are aligned, we want to make sure that you click a button and an inspection is done, including a report, including analysis, including everything. We're not there yet, but we're moving there in quite big steps, and I feel like the market is definitely feeling it. So without further ado, I will start my my screen here. I will move you to the other screen so I can present on my screen. I'll share my screen right here, share entire screen. And can you give me a little nod when you can see my screen?
Danny,
yeah.
Your screen is not visible. Can you try again?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that again. Share screen, entire screen, share. Make sure you're not connected through a VPN. I'm not connected through a VPN, so that might be a problem. Okay, something happened here. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's perfect. It's up live.
Otherwise,
I think there is some issue. Just give us a moment. Danny is coming online. Yes.
You see my screen now?
Yes, Danny. We can see your screen now. That's perfect.
All right. So what I'm showing right now is a live map of all of the places around the world where Scopedo is being used. You can see literally in every country, every continent, there is some sort of usage of Scopedo. And just to perspective, the usage is mostly for power lines, but Scopedo is used widely for solar farms, wind turbines, cell towers. Those are the main areas. Then you have oil and gas and buildings and everything you can really imagine. People are using drones to capture data to acquire it and need the analysis for it. Scopedo is being used for. Cool. I'm moving on to my demo account. On this account, I'm going to show you my transmission distribution inspection, a little bit of a demo. This is how Scopedo users inspect infrastructure and move from traditional methods into the future of visual inspections, where Scopedo puts the weight into making everything more efficient. So, of course, we all are looking at AI, we all look at automation, but we also need to be realistic and we need to do things today. We need to inspect our assets today to prevent fires like we recently saw in Los Angeles. We need to make sure that we are doing things correctly today with the ability to use what we're doing today in the future. Cool. So just to go through it quickly, I have an inspection here of around 5,000 images. What you can see is a live demo. It's running right now on the cloud, and hopefully it runs smoothly at your end. When I click on an inspection, it opens instantly, and this is referring to what I just said before of how Scopedo started. We just loaded 5,000 images. There was maybe a millisecond of lag there, but that was it. We didn't need to spend time just waiting for data to load. On my map here, this is an inspection you can see in Denmark, and you can see the images are being automatically, so after uploading the images, they are being automatically positioned on the map based on the metadata from the images. Those images have already been analyzed, and therefore you can see the different color codes on the data, but let's look aside of that for a second. The idea is that when you load images, you can quickly go to what's relevant. In this case, I'm going to focus into this tower 29, and I'm going to zoom into a certain area here. And when I do that, the images that are relevant right here on this portion of the screen of this inspection are available for me. So I can quickly select the image I would want to see. I can go through my images just by clicking on my keyboard. I don't need to spend time waiting for the images, and then I can go quickly to different elements on my inspection and start reviewing what's relevant. This is currently done manually. Scopito has over 11,000 companies registered throughout the map I showed before, all over the world, and no one is using AI in the sense of uploading images and finding issues as they are. That might be a bomb that I'm throwing right here at you, but that is the reality. Another reality that is that every annotation you create in Scopito, and annotations can easily be just made with a couple of clicks of a button, or a simple click if we are using our suggested issues. All of those annotations can then be used to create AI and being preparing your organization to the future, to when the AI is going to be working in a way that is valuable, so it finds what it needs to find, and B, where it's cost effective. It doesn't cost more to run AI than it does using manual work. But going back to the annotations, so the idea is that you find the issues that you want to highlight. In this case, we are going to focus on this scatter pin, and let's just imagine that it's missing. The idea is that you can quickly select button, start creating the annotations. Every operation I do in Scopito, I can also use keyboard shortcuts to increase my efficiency. So imagine going through tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of images. You want to save every millisecond because they add up. So instead of me going with the mouse and clicking on that button, I can quickly press D, mark, and then start filling this form here on the right-hand side. So I can quickly create my annotation. In this case, it prompts us the question of what the component is. We'll just start typing coda pin, and it will already pre-filter for us again to make it all fast. So this is a coda pin. The issue would be that it's let's say missing, and a severity. Again, I'm not an expert, so we'll just select severity 3 here. You can optionally add a remedy action, a repair cost, or a comment if you had it, and simply create it. Once it's created, the annotation is created right here on the image, and you have a visual indication on the bottom. When all of that is created and done, you can quickly go to the next image, and if you had the same issue or a similar issue, you can select it from your recently used issues, again, to increase your time of analysis or make it more efficient. You can also create your suggested issues, which will automatically be connected to a keyboard shortcut. So you can pin those up by pressing the plus buttons, and you can rearrange them. So you can make sure that the buttons fits to however you want it to work with your keyboard. So if we have, for example, a broken glass insulator, which is connected to our key 2, and we'll go to this insulator string here, you can press 2 and mark this broken glass insulator. Again, just a demo. When all the images have been analyzed, we can quickly use our keyboard shortcuts to view everything, and we can see that we have those annotations. We have the ability to use these interactive filters where we can select 1, 2, or as many filters as we want to filter the data, so we can work with it and essentially report it and create a work order. In this sense, we can start by saying, okay, I have 5,619 images. That's a lot. I'm not interested in all of them. I only want to see where I have issues. I can simply select this button, and I'm down to 216 images. That's 5% of all of the data that is relevant. Still, 216 images, it's a lot. It's 5%, but it's still a lot for us to work on, so we can filter it even further. Say, okay, I don't want to see all issues. I want to see the most severe, 3, 4, and 5 severity issues. By the way, those can be customized. So if you work with different severities, I don't know, call it category 1, 2, 3, or whatever you call it, Scopedo can adjust it to fit to your organization. Now we have selected 3, 4, and 5, and we're down to 11 images. And we can be even more accurate, saying, I want to see 3 and 4 and 5, but I also want to see my lightning strikes. When I do that, I have 4 images left, and that is what I want to fix. That's what I want to focus on. So I can see my lightning strike. I can see it from different angles. I have the ability to link issues together if I see it from different perspectives. And when I'm happy with the filters that I've selected, I can generate a report. There are 3 ways of how to share data. You can generate a PDF, which I'll show you in a second. You can generate a CSV, so you can export it to your ERP system or whatever system you use to create a work order. Or eventually you can simply give access to your counterparts, to your stakeholders, to use Scopedo. So it is a multi-tenant platform. You can create organizations, companies, users with different roles and rights. It's all pre-built, and it's all included with whatever package you buy or use in Scopedo. So this button right up right here would say generate report. I'll press on the generate report. It will take into account my filters I've selected. We have the option, of course, to change the logo. We can adjust the map level if we wanted that. We have an overview of our issues and numbers of issues for each severity. We have a place where we can write a summary if we wanted that. Then we have a table view of all of our issues. If our assets have been shared with Scopedo in, like I will show in a second, where we know the name of the asset and its location, Scopedo will automatically assign the images to the asset. So you don't need to remember which image belongs to which asset. You can simply focus on what you do best, which is piloting a drone or acquiring images using a helicopter or handheld device, whatever. Right, and then the main part of the report would be a image, obviously, with this issue, the zoomed in part of the issue. We'll have the asset which is connected to, so the nearest tower here would be 31. Scopedo makes a lot of calculation to actually assign the correct tower, not just the nearest one. That's a topic for another session, I guess. Then we have the link to the location of that image. We have the link to the location of the issue. So those could be very different sometimes, the location of the issue and the location of the image. Then we have the issue and its severity, and very important, a link to the image. So if we share it with someone, they can click on it, given that we gave them the access to it, and it would send them to that image. They will be able to look at it and see if anything else needed to be annotated, which was missing. Okay, that's very straightforward. We are slightly short on time because we still have the 2 videos we want to show. So I'm going to jump quickly to our asset overview. This view here allows you to see all of your assets and all of the inspections that were created for each asset. At this zoom level, you'll start seeing that things are happening. So when I zoom to this area right here, you can see different assets being shown with different colors. The gray ones would be all of the towers that I have on my grid. The blue ones would be the ones that are inspected, and we can see that some where the data was not uploaded for the for these assets allows us the ability to also review the progress of our inspections. And then if data was uploaded and annotated, we will see it in red. If we zoom in further, we'll see the name of each asset. We have the ability to search assets or group of assets, the whole feeder line or a specific tower, or simply click on that tower. It will note all of the inspection that you had on that specific tower throughout the history of your inspections with Scopedo, obviously. And then you can simply click on that inspection. It will move you from the asset overview to the inspection view. You'll be able to look at the image that was actually causing this whole feeder line to have this priority. Last thing, as I promised, the AI dashboard, I'm going to lightning fast go through it because we are short on time. I would welcome any question regarding it afterwards. So the idea here is that Scopedo is trying to simplify. This is a beta feature right now, but you should see it because this is basically the thought behind everything you do in Scopedo. So each time you create an annotation, you can see that Scopedo automatically count it and put it in a library. These libraries become our libraries to train AI. We are not saying that you are going to be able to train a 100% mega good AI that will work from day one. We're saying we are able to test your compatibility and assess if your data is good enough to continue improving it to reach to basically full-blown automation. So in this instance, I have this insulator that we've annotated. I can press the train here. We'll have 3 phases. We can define the model, give it a name. In this case, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to quickly go through to the images. Scopedo allows you to select the data where the images will come from. In this case, I have only one inspection. I'll press next, and then I'll move to see the actual cutout of the annotation of the inspection. I can review it, and if I find something that I don't want to include, like these brown insulators, for example, I can simply deselect them. When I'm happy with that, I'll press train, and Scopedo will run in the back end and start creating this AI and give us a button for it in our front end, where we will be able to simply press analyze, use human or AI analysis to run these models. Since we're short on time, let's move to the videos. So I'll stop sharing my screen right here and give it back to you, Ayushi, so you can run the videos.
Well, I must have to say that demo was quite impressive. It was very detailed. I think the audience might have get the entire view how they want to proceed with their next steps for, inspecting any kind of infrastructure. Just give me a moment. I'll quickly share my screen.
Right. I'm sure there were some questions and we should probably attend them afterwards, but let's focus on the video. So it's from slide 4 there. You see slide 4? That would just start the video automatically.
Can you see my screen?
We can see your screen. The video just stopped in second 3. Try to start it again.
Revolutionizing utility services through drone innovation.
Hi everyone, I'm Ravid Barash, CMO at Kronos Group. At Kronos, we specialize.
Give me a moment. I think there is some network issue. Just give me a minute. I'll quickly fix it.
Sure. A couple of words about Kronos while we're waiting. Kronos, a long-term partner.
Cutting-edge drone and robotic solution for inspections, security, and infrastructure management. But beyond just flying drones, we also have an advanced R&D division where we develop robotic, drone-based solutions for unique challenges, like installing anti-bird electrocution covers on energized power poles or placing bird diverters on power lines to protect wildlife and prevent outages. We work with utilities, energy companies, and infrastructure operators, helping them gather high-quality data, reduce operational risks, and improve efficiency. One of the key tools that help us do all of this is Scopedo. It's a game changer in how we manage, analyze, and share drone inspection data. Let me show you how it fits into our daily operations. Let's talk about what happens after we collect all this drone data. One of our biggest challenges is not just capturing thousands of high-resolution images, but organizing and making sense out of them. That's where Scopedo comes in.
There is another glitch.
A lot of traffic on flight-based services today.
Transmission tower, substations, and distribution poles. After flight, we upload all the inspection data directly into Scupedo. The platform automatically organizes and tags images, detecting potential issues like corrosion or damage isolators. This is huge for our teams because it means they don't have to manually shift through thousands of images.
I think there is some network issue at.
It also lets us compare past inspection with the latest data.
Danny, can you confirm? Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. It's just the video is kind of stopping and not working.
Just give me. I'll just give it another try.
Which helps our end users to track assets' health over time and
I think there is some network error at my end.
prioritize maintenance and prevent failures from happening.
Give me a minute. I'll just quickly.
That's a shame.
Another thing is how easy it is to generate reports.
Just give me a moment. I'll quickly get my network fixed. Apologies, everyone, for this.
With just a few clicks, we can create professional, detailed
I am back with my network. Let me just quickly try it again.
Revolutionizing utility services through drone innovation.
Hi everyone, I'm Ravid Barash, CMO at
Electric
Kronos
power
Group.
is the back.
Revolutionizing utility services through drone innovation.
Hi everyone, I'm Ravid Barash, CMO at Kronos Group. At Kronos, we specialize in cutting-edge drone and robotic solutions for inspections, security, and infrastructure management. But beyond just flying drones, we also have an advanced R&D division where we develop robotic, drone-based solutions for unique challenges, like installing anti-bird electrocution covers on energized power poles or placing bird diverters on power lines to protect wildlife and prevent outages. We work with utilities, energy companies, and infrastructure operators, helping them gather high-quality data, reduce operational risks, and improve efficiency. One of the key tools that help us do all of this is Scupedo. It's a game changer in how we manage, analyze, and share drone inspection data. Let me show you how it fits into our daily operations. Let's talk about what happens after we collect all this drone data. One of our biggest challenges is not just capturing thousands of high-resolution images, but organizing and making sense out of them. That's where Scupedo comes in. Take our work with utilities and electric companies, for example. We conduct large-scale inspections, cataloging, and surveying assets like transmission tower, substations, and distribution poles.
I think there is.
After flight,
I am so sorry,
we
everyone.
upload all the inspection data directly.
Ayushi, will the video links will be available for afterwards watching?
Yes, apologies everyone. I think there is some issue on our end. The link will be available. After the session ends, we will be uploading all the presentations along with the videos on YouTube channels. So all of you can access it through there. And apologies again.
No, I think that's okay. Let's be mindful about everybody's time. The video links will be there. There is a link to my contact details for further communication if anyone have any question or anything wasn't clear in my presentation. Unless there is any questions right now. I don't know, Ayushi, I know that we're over time, but if there is any question, I'm happy to hear.
I see there are a couple of questions in the Q&A tab. Maybe we can take them for now.
Sure.
Okay, the first one says, how do AI-powered platforms like Scopito handle large volumes of infrastructure data efficiently?
That's a great question, and I think that the short answer is that we have a team of superstar developers that basically created everything from the ground up to make sure that we deal with data in the most innovative way possible to make sure that it's done in the correct way. I'm not a technical person, so I cannot answer more than that.
Understood. I think we can take the next question in that case. If you have any other further queries, so we have a booth live that is set up for Scopito, so all of you can directly head over there after the session and maybe have another word with Danny there. Okay, Danny, let's take another question that says, what industry have seen the fastest adoption of AI-powered drone inspection, and why do you think is that?
So solar farm, solar PV is one of the industries that is mostly using AI. Where I'm saying AI, I'm assuming that people are talking about the option to upload images, press on a button, and hope that they will be analyzed correctly. And the reason for that should be, if I think about it in the same terms that people do, is that it should be very similar. Every solar panel, every inspection, every image should look the same. In reality, it's not, and it's not showing great results yet. We have been through a couple of iterations with our partners doing AI for solar. I think that we actually, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, going to be able to release the newest version of our solar AI, and hopefully that would work. Now, there is a big, there is a big expectancy in the industry to see AI working for everything. We have been on it or at it for the last 3, 4, 5 years now, and we took a stab at it. We're taking a step back, and we are starting to reform our thoughts of how AI should be used and could be used to make the work better, more efficient. Looking at the different models out there, and it's not necessarily the image or the issue of fault detection that we are going to be seeing automation on. It might come in the form of analytics or different forms of deliverables you can expect using AI. So we are looking at it from the helicopter or bird's eye view, if you will, rather than simply looking at the specific use cases for applying AI.
Understood. That's very interesting. Next up, we have how do cloud-based inspection solutions integrate with existing asset management software?
So there are different ways.
Mhm.
Currently, throughout all of the market, what we are doing, except of a couple of projects where we are developing very specific handles to different softwares, ERP softwares or work order systems. The most common way is using CSVs, taking that CSV, changing the content of it to fit to the correct way the work order system would want to see it internally for that specific organization, and thereby using that for the integration.
Understood. So, Danny, that was it. Thank you so much for sharing, so all of these valuable insights. It was great. The demo was amazing. I think it was very detailed and it was very amazing. The audience had so much to learn from the platform and from you. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Danny.
Ayushi. Thank you.
And thank you everyone for logging in. Have
Thank
a
you.
great session. Yes, bye bye.
Bye bye.